Hello, guys. Bush Boy Reviews YT here. Today, I am going to be ranking, every Disney Plus original movie. Uh, so, uh, yeah, uh, yeah. Now, I won't be including Black Widow because Black Widow is available on Amazon and therefore is not a Disney Plus original movie. So thank God I don't have to see Black Widow. And I won't be including any documentaries because I find documentaries kind of boring. No offense. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, let's get to ranking. Alright, so first we have the Secret Society of Unborn Royals. Of Second Born Royals. Yeah, this movie just feels like a fever dream. The movie itself is mediocre, but yeah, I like this one twist where one of the girls of the group is actually evil, so that's cool, I guess. Yeah. Uh, don't yeah. Also, I remember scrolling through Facebook one time, and I remember Disney trying to promote this movie with a meme. I'm not joking. That actually happened. Yeah. 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 So just this movie's just mediocre. But moving on. Yeah. There's also this one scene where there's this really weird there's this really weird montage of them hanging out at the beach and park. I don't know. It's weird. All right. So this movie is it's all right. I I like the comic book feel of this movie. Fucking 20 remaining. I don't give a shit. Sorry about that. So I like the comic book feel of this movie. Uh, and yeah. And I like this character. This one guy. He's an exterminator. I think he's played by the guy from Community. Uh, yeah. Don't have much else to say. Just uh just an all right movie. I think the jokes can be a bit obnoxious at times. Like the jokes aren't that funny. There's this one blind kid who I thought was funny when he was first introduced. However, later in the movie, he's not funny. Yeah, I don't know. This movie's just all right. Yeah. All right, so next we have the one and only Ivan. Now, this movie, I think, is pretty decent. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I like the ending of this movie. Yeah. So basically, there's this gorilla that's stuck in a cage, and he doesn't realize that he's really trapped. Honestly, I don't even really want to discuss the plot of this one too much. It's just decent. I do kind of like the ending. Yeah. Moving on. All right. So next we've got Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Wait, hold on, wrong one. All right, this is the right one. So, yeah. Honestly, this movie's kind of overhated. I mean, I honestly think it's just a cute short film. That's it. It's solid overall. Uh, yeah. Uh, I guess one problem I would have it's really just the voice acting. Like, especially Greg's mom Susan just sounds weird, and I honestly, and I don't think the animation's really that bad. Yeah. Uh, yeah. So yeah, it's solid. Uh, I honestly, I think and I honestly kind of like the pacing. Like, I think the pacing is honestly well handled for how short this thing is. Uh, yeah. And I do, even though this was a solid movie, I still think they should have adapted a new book. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, so again, overall, just a solid film. All right. Next we have Magic Camp. Now, honestly, Magic Camp's way better than I expected. It's honestly just a really solid film. I'm genuinely surprised. I like this. I like Magic Camp. Uh, yeah. I have nothing more to say. Just a solid film. And I also and this film's honestly just funny and sad at the same time, which I really like. I really like films that can do that. Yeah. All right. All right. So now we have Turning Red. So this is the newest movie to release. I already did a whole review on it. So yeah, I think for the most part, this film's honestly decent. Uh, yeah. Honestly, I think it's a great film for kids. It covers serious topics. Yeah. I, I, I just think it's a good. I think just decent. Yeah, I think it's a decent movie. Yeah. Not much more to say. So yeah. Alright, next we have Home Sweet Home Alone. Now, this movie is really overhated. I honestly think it's decent. Now, yeah. Now, alright. I don't I don't think it's as good as Home Alone 1 or 2, but it is certainly better than all the other shitty Home Alone movies, except for Home Alone 3. Home Alone 3 is honestly all right. Yeah, no, I'm getting too into the other Home Alone movies, but this movie is surprisingly decent. When I first saw the trailer, I hated the trailer when I first saw this. I thought it was just gonna be another bad Home Alone movie, but no, it's decent. I have nothing else to say. Uh, yeah. I like that they brought the other characters back. Like I like that they brought Kevin's brother back, and I like the unique take on the criminal. So yeah, I think, like, and while there are some funny jokes, I think a lot of the jokes aren't really that funny, and Max can be a bit annoying sometimes. But no, other than that, this movie's really good. So yeah, overall, it's decent. Yeah. Next we have Stargirl. Now, this movie is honestly decent. I remember when I first saw this movie on Disney Plus, I thought it was just some stupid generic love story. However, when I first watched it, I thought it was I thought it was pretty decent, and I still think it's pretty decent. And while rewatching it, there are a couple of funny jokes, but I don't really think this movie's that funny. I mean, that's not a bad thing. I mean, it's kind of just deep and just really depressing. Yeah, and I think it really works for the most part. Uh, yeah, and this is also a musical. Now I think for the songs themselves, I think I think some songs are really good but forgettable, and other songs are just and other songs are just alright. So yeah, and I love the ending. The ending is amazing. So yeah, really decent movie. Moving on. All right, so at first place we have Timmy Failure Mistakes Were Made. Now, this movie is it's just amazing. It might be one of my favorite movies of all time. I don't know. I really love this movie. I I mean sure it's not perfect, but I think it's just a masterpiece. Uh, yeah, this movie's dark. This movie's kind of sad, but really funny at the same time. I don't know, man. This movie's just amazing. I love it. Yeah, I'm not gonna say too much about it, cause I think you should see it for yourself. But yeah. All right, so that was my ranking for every Disney Plus original movie. Now it's not every Disney Plus original movie. I did miss quite a bit. So yeah, uh yeah. So I might do a second part I where I rank more Disney Plus originals. So yeah, I might even do one where I rank some Disney Plus original series. So yeah, let me know if you want to see that. So yeah, that's it.